Hello, this is Unit 5, Lesson 12 Review, page 237, numbers 19 through 21. Write the letter of the expression next to the number that shows its quotient. These are each expressions. They show a value. All right, so each of these matches with one of these quotients. So in A, I'm going to take a look at A, and I think of 845 divided by 27. Well, 27 is close to 30, which is easy to divide by. And 8 is divisible by 3. And the closest multiple of 3 to 8 is 9. So I'm going to round or adjust 845 to 900. 900 divided by 30 equals 30. So my answer is going to be close to 30. It's going to be one of these two quotients. So it's going to be 31 probably. So I am going to start by using that idea. 845 divided by 27. And my estimate tells me that I won't have any hundreds, but I'll probably have 3 tens. 3 groups of 27 are 3 multiplied by 7 ones are 20. 1 ones are 2 tens and 1 1. 3 multiplied by 20 is 60, plus 2 more tens would be 80. That gives me 81. Things are looking good. What's left after I took 3 27s out of the tens, I have 3 tens left. I'm going to bring down the ones to change that 3 tens into 30 ones, and 5 more ones make 35 ones. Well, so far, my 1 is holding through. There's only 1, 27, and 35. And I know 3 more makes 30, 5 more makes 8. So it's 31, remainder 8. So this one ends up being A. Okay, let's see. Get rid of this. And you can rewatch the video if you have any questions on that one. Now let's take a look at 190 divided by 6. 6 is easy to divide by. 1's not divisible by 6. 19 is. What multiple of 6 is 19 closest to? 18. So 190 is close to 180, which is easily divisible by 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So 180 divided by 6 is 30. So more than likely, this is going to be my quotient. That's pretty convenient. None of these other ones are close. So I'm pretty confident in it. 190 divided by 6. Sorry you have to endure through me drawing, but I thought it was better this way for this set. 19 does have 3 6s in it. 3 6s are 18. There is 1 left. Change that 1 10 into 10 ones. There are 6 and 10 ones. 1 6 is 6. Leaves me with a remainder of 1. Oh, 4. I can't subtract. Sorry about that. 31 remainder 4 is this one. So B it is. So that took care of my 30s. Kind of like this. The only ones left are in the 20s or the 40s. So they're quite different. 612 divided by 15. Okay, 15 is easy for me to divide by. 6 is not divisible by 15, but 61 is. I know that 15 multiplied by 4 is 60. So 61 is close to 60. So I'm going to round 612 to 600 divided by 15, because 60 divided by 15 is 4. 600 divided by 15 is 40. So my quotient is going to be one of these two, either 30 remainder 12 or 30 remainder 3. Since my divisor is 15, both remainders are possible. Whoops, sorry about that. 612 divided by 15. Again, there's no 5s in, or 15s in 6, but there's 4 15s in 61. 4 15s is a basic fact of 60. So there's still one left. Change that 110 into 10 ones, plus 2 more ones make 12 ones. There aren't any 15s in 12, so 0 gives me a remainder of 12, which I think was one of my options. 40 remainder 12 is this one here. So letter C goes in there. Again, you can watch the video if you want to see it, look at it again. All right. I'm running out of colors to use. I have to go back to using the same ones again. All right. 363 divided by 9. Well, 9 is easy to divide by. It's basic fact. 36 is a multiple of 9. So I'm just going to keep the 36 tens the same and just change the ones to 0, because that is easy division. There are 4 9s in 36, so there's 40 9s in 360. So my guess is this one. I'm going to still do it to check. Actually, I don't even really need to do it to check because I know it. I know that 40 multiplied by 9 is 360. So I'm going to get a remainder of 3. So that is D. And if you feel more comfortable working this one all the way out, go ahead and do it. There's definitely nothing wrong with being sure, especially when it matters. All right, my last two are going to be in the 24s. So it's pretty much a freebie. I know they're going to be 24. I'm not going to estimate, but if I did estimate, I'd say 12 is easy to divide by. 2 is not a factor of or a multiple of 12. 29 is close to 24. So I'd go 240 divided by 12. On this one, I'd change it a little bit. I think I would divide by 20. 18s, I don't know very well. Oopsie. Sorry about that. 18s, I don't know very well. So I would change it to 20. So all I'm doing is dividing by 2. 4 is a multiple of 2, so I would just keep the 4 the same. 400 divided by 20 is 40. Both of them are 40. So, sorry, 20. Both of them are 20. So these are my two choices. I know they're both going to be 24 One's going to have a remainder of 9. One's going to have a remainder of 10. Both my divisors are greater than 10, so I can have that 10 as a remainder for either one. Let's take a look at the first one. 298. Whoopsie, sorry about that. Divided by 12. After I do this a while, it really gets fatigued. Okay, I know it's going to be 2 because I know we're getting 24 here. 2 multiplied by 12 is 24. And I have 5 left. Bring down my 8. I know it's going to be 4 because my quotient has to be 24. 4 multiplied by 12 is 48. And this one has the remainder of 10. And this one was letter E, has the remainder of 10. Now, process of elimination says this one has to be, this expression, 441 divided by 18, has to be 24, remainder 9. Now, because this is a review for a test, if I was doing this as a test, I'd say, hey, I want to make sure I'm correct. So I would work it out just to be sure. 441 divided by 18, especially since it's divided by 18 and I don't know my 18s very well. All right, no 18s in 4. There should be 2 18s in 44. 18 multiplied by 2 is 36. That's one I just happen to know. If you didn't know it, it's doubling 18. 18 and 18 is 36. Okay, 4 more makes 40. 4 more makes 44. So 4 and 4 are 8 left. Bring down the 1. Now this is supposed to be 4. Okay. Now, I don't know this one. I could double 36 because 4s are doubling and doubling again. Or I can just multiply it out. 8 times 4 is 32. 72. 81 subtract 72 is 9. So 24 remainder 9 is F. It works out. So I am very pleased to see that I've come up with every quotient they said available. Number 20. James lives 3 4/42 kilometers from school. Megan lives 76 hundredths of a kilometer from school. The distance James lives from school is how many times as long as the distance Megan lives from school? Show your work. All right. So this is kind of confusing to me. So I am going to draw a diagram. It's 2 people. It's a comparison. Distance from school is how many times as long. I know we're comparing James's and Megan's. James's is more, so I'm going to put James's on top. And that equals 3 4/42. And Megan's is less. So she's going to go on the bottom with just 76 hundredths. And I'm not going to put the little loopy because I can't make it very well with these. Now, the distance James lives from school is how many times as long as the distance Megan lives from school. So the distance James lives is 3 4/42 is how much, or equals how many times some number times the distance Megan lives, which is 76 hundredths of a kilometer. Now, this is a situation equation. That's the way they gave it to me in the situation. I don't know how to solve this, so I'm going to use the fact family that product divided by factor equals the other factor. 3 and 42 hundredths divided by 76 hundredths equals how many times? Now, I know I don't want to divide by a decimal. So I'm going to multiply my divisor, or excuse me, I don't want to divide by a decimal. So I'm going to multiply my divisor by 10, 20 to make it 70, or 10, 100 to make it 76. So I have to multiply my dividend by 10, 100 to make it 342. So what I did is multiply these both by 100 to make an equivalent division equation. All right, guess what? All I did is change these from 3 and 42 hundredths kilometers to 342 meters, and 76 hundredths of a kilometer to 76 meters. So now I'm really finding out how many meters. $342, or no, I'm not. I'm finding out how many times, but I'm just doing it with meters. Divided by 76. All right, so 3 does not divide by 76. 34 doesn't. 342. All right, so, well, 76 is right in the middle of 70 and 80. So if I think of 76 as 80, how many 8s in 34? There would be 4. So I have about 4 is my estimate. I might have overestimated, I might have underestimated, I'm not sure. 476. That is not basic math for me, so I'm going to go off to the side and multiply it. 4 multiplied by 6 is 24 ones, 2 tens and 4 ones. 4 multiplied by 7 is 28 tens, plus the 2 more make 30 tens. Well, I didn't overestimate because 304 is less than 342. And I don't think I underestimated either because it's less than 40 off. 42 subtract 4 is 38. So I just took the 3 hundredths off and ended up with 342 subtract 300 is 42, subtract 4 is 38. Now I have a remainder of 38, but because we're in metric, we go to a decimal. So I'm going to put a decimal in my dividend and in my quotient and attach a 0. It's still 342. Bring down my 0. All right, now I can see I can get, that was 304. 76 more would be 380, so I can get 5. Just to be sure, 5 multiplied by 70 is 350. 5 multiplied by 6 is 30. 350 plus 30 is 380. So 5 tenths multiplied by 76 would be 338. And that leaves me with 0. So I end up having 4 5/10 times. Because remember, I was looking for how many times. How many times as long as the distance Megan lives at school. So it's 4 5/10. So obviously I didn't draw this very well to scale, but had I, Megan's would take up 1, 2, 4, and then a half of Megan's. One Megan, 2 Megans, 3 Megans, 4 Megans, 5/10 of a Megan, or half a Megan. Times. 21. Fill in the table to complete the pattern of dividing by powers of 10. 36 divided by 10 to the first. Well, 10 to the first is just 10. So 36 divided by 10 means I'm going to shift the digits one place to the right. When I shift the digits one place to the right, the 6 is going to go to the 1 into the tenths, and the 3 is going to go to the ones. Or basically my decimal shifted once to the left. Notice the 3 and 6 stay in order. 36 divided by 10 to the second power. 10 to the second power means 10 multiplied by 10, or 100. And because I have 2 10s, the 2 means I'm shifting each digit 2 places to the right, or my decimal 1, 2 to the left puts it decimal 36 or 0.36, 36 hundredths. 36 divided by 10 to what power is going to give me 36 divided by 1,000? Well, 1,000 is 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10. So that's the third power. Shortcut way to do that is it has 1, 2, 3 zeros. So 3 is my exponent. 100 had 2 zeros, 2 was the exponent. 10 has 1 0, 1 is the exponent. Now, that means to shift the digits 3 places to the right, or the decimal 1, 2. If I don't have a third place, I have to attach a 0. So it's going to go decimal 0, 3, 6. And usually we would write that with a 0 in front of it. Notice, 1 exponent, 1 0, 1 place that each digit shifted. Exponent is 2, 2 zeros, each digit shifted 2 places. Exponent is 3, 3 zeros, each digit shifted 1, 2, 3 places. Thank you for viewing.